surely we are back again into the studios of Sammy Flex TV, and where we left off, that was Showbiz Daily last week. We have to continue because I believe we could not complete the week with you because of some one or two technicalities. But finally, we are back in the studio to continue with the agenda. My name is Sammy Flex. Let me say thanks to the production team, Theophilus Digosh, as well as Bujulens, and the people in the studio ready to fire. Roland Amate in the middle from Shagzi, Shatta Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube and Showbiz Channel GH.com, as well as at the stream end in Team Dodo Solomon. Chemo is also our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited, and he represents Intidosu Digital Solutions for all your digital promotions, monetization, management, and more. Join us today with your comments, subscribe to us, and let's do some more because it looks like so many things happen. Now, there was a story from last week that we actually wanted to spend time on, and all these issues came up. But now that we are seated, I think it is right for us to revisit the story so that you guys will get to understand whatever we're talking about. As part of TV3 Mentor, a winner came with the name Bino. Sometimes I wish the name is Bino, but here it is Bino. And he says he got the name Bino because he's an albino, and he picked the inspiration from the albino to Bino. Ever since he got out of the reality show, I know there has been some one or two issues around him, especially with his affiliation to Adam's voter regime music group, that is VRMG, and the fact that a label or a management firm said they were working with him, and confusion here and there. That, I think, has been resolved after a release of a presser to explain how things were going. Now, latest with Bino is that he says because he is an albino, businesses are shying away from him. Because he's an albino, even shows they don't want to put him on. Because he's an albino, so many things are happening to him. And when we heard the story, some of us were saddened by it. But I remember Osafo Anthony, another showbiz person, making a broadcast that, hey, Ghana showbiz, are people wicked like that? And albino comes to say he is being maltreated by event people and companies, and nobody is talking about it. What kind of life is this? I said, relax, we will surely talk about it. But what are the merits and demerits of this story? Well, you can read more on Ghana Web, and the gentleman has quoted that shows are being cancelled on him, companies are shying away from him because of his color, because he's an albino. Chebo would tell us more about this. In fact, he even described this as a disability. He says the albinism status he has is a disability, and people don't want him to feel happy because of his albinism disability. So how do we handle Bino's issue?
Yeah, it's a bit sensitive because people will say that you are not in his shoes.
Okay.
So you may not know how he feels. We understand that sentiment, or when people say something like that. But in the same vein, we can also say that people sometimes exaggerate whatever experience that they get or they have.
Okay.
Or in the name of getting an undeserved sympathy, as I describe it. Yes, because truly there are people who may suffer for certain conditions that they have.
Okay.
But there are others who take advantage of it, even though they are not suffering the same thing, whether they have the condition or not. But they still take advantage of the sympathy that we may have for those who are in such conditions. And
okay.
I will consider Bino's statement, the way he said it, the way the story came out, as one of those who are just soliciting for sympathy because he has the condition.
Okay.
And I have so many reasons to doubt him or say something that he may not necessarily be facing the challenges that he says he is facing. And the reason is that the story is so scanty. He said that he has been rejected by people because he's an albino, but he couldn't give any details how it came about.
Okay.
And again, he has participated in some competitions, and it's a competition as big as Mentor. and he won. So the same people that some may be discriminating against you, or you are not feeling comfortable because of your condition, voted for you to win a competition. So how do you explain it? I think he's just taking advantage of his situation. And now, even if I think about it carefully, I will not be surprised if it is part of the gimmick to get in the limelight, because artists use gimmicks. Artists use what they call stunts to put highlight on them. He is under a record label. His name is not going the way that he wants the name to go. He can, also take that route and come out with a gimmick just to put the spotlight on him, because he's not only person with this kind of condition in our society, and there are people like him who have made it in our society, and they have never complained about being discriminated against in any form. People making silly comments about your condition, everybody has
faces it,
in one way or the other. If you are short, people
will talk about it. If you are tall,
people call you out. If your head is big, you have an issue. If you have a big mouth, you have an issue. Like people.
But now, even if your stomach is big,
that one too, you have an issue. Yes. So you see, people will make silly comments based on so many things. It's there. So if you are an albino and you are getting such comments, yes, you may not be comfortable when such comments come. But we can sympathize with you on that. But discrimination is a big word. I don't know how they are using it loosely like that. But without giving details for us to say, the way they treated you is not fair, and nobody should be treated like that. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, just for the fact that he may be having a details that we are not aware of. And if he can come out with that detail, then we can interrogate the thing. But based on what he put out, I will not. I have doubt. I don't really believe that he has faced anything like that, and I'm pushing, or I'm going towards coming out with a gimmick just to put the spotlight on him. And it is common among musicians or entertainers. They can just fabricate a story, just
to be talked about.
Yeah, people will talk about them, and I see this in that same directions. Yes.
Well, that was Intim Dodi Solomon. You can simply call him Chemo, who is still having his doubts on the allegations being spearheaded by Bino. Well, I don't know how Roland would also talk about this. Ru, what do you also think about Bino's issues?
Well, I also don't believe him that much. Even if I do, that is not to say that he is not going through challenges as an artist or a human being. He is, but the interpretation that he is giving to the challenges or the situation is where he's losing me, because if I am to assess the things that he's saying and connect it to the discrimination word that he used, then I ask myself, okay, then even there are so many people who are also being discriminated on. Tall people, short people, light skin, dark skin, stammerers. Yeah. All these people are being discriminated on. So in that sense, we are all disabled. Of course, because he described his condition. He described his condition as a disability. Yeah. And if in that, you see, he will tell you it is within his own right to describe whatever he thinks he's feeling. Then in that sense, everybody has the right to also call themselves disabled in that same definition. Because if you are saying, okay, because you have a certain skin color condition, you are disabled. Somebody also with a certain head type can tell you he's also disabled. Until you play also. You understand? These are all some comments that people would make about certain conditions that people may have. And we are not saying it is normal. Of course, if you are the receiving end, it is not normal. But then, we hear them every day. Yeah. Everybody goes through one way or the other. And it has become part and parcel of our everyday life. Okay. Now, to whatever he's trying to say, connecting it to the fact that, okay, he's been discriminated on because he's been denied certain deals, certain platforms, and all of that. That is where I would want to differ. I would want to beg to differ from, because yes, because when you tell me that, okay, you were denied maybe a certain stage because of your condition, why won't you also think on the other side and think it is rather because of your abilities? That is why you were denied. Because I can tell you, or I can give you a tall list of people who were also denied similar opportunities which they didn't even have your conditions of.
I see.
In fact, they had what you would call a better condition than yours. That is in comparing your condition and theirs to them. But then they were also denied similar opportunities. It is just like Shamon and Crawford, you're more heavy. They make it where be a better to CCI and a racial discrimination and a why. Meanwhile, the person denied you. Checking the basis of which the person even denied you that opportunity. Your ability came first. But because wadri when you can pre-tuning and say, okay, because of this condition, then it's especially because of this condition. That is the reason why sometimes they would want to overlook all the things. So why wouldn't he say that he won the competition because of his skin condition, but would want to come and say he was denied opportunities because of his skin condition? Me, I doubt, until he comes to give full details and become specific on the type of opportunities and the people that denied him. That public sympathy he will not get. And even if he wants solution to this particular problem that he's pointing out, it will be very difficult for anybody to follow him and say, we want to champion what he's saying or follow what he's saying and find solution to it. Because who are we going to call out? Who are we going to chase? You want to use yourself as a sacrificial lamb, but you are scared. Because you said you are a freedom fighter and you want to fight for the next generation, people with the same condition. Then do it, let's see. Be a Nehemiah. Call out the people so that when we are going at them, we know that, okay, these people did this wrong. These people are involved in this particular act. Else, it will be very difficult for us to ascertain whether whatever you are saying is even true or not.
So, Bino, some nuggets of wisdom to share and to guide you in moving forward your career. Yes, there will be challenges, or there might be challenges, but this is definitely not the end of it. And again, your skin color does not determine what you can do on a stage or what you can do when the microphone is given to you. So revise your homework as well and see if they will still continue to say you are albino. I wanted to mention some artists, but let me stop. Like I was going to ask that, but they look like they
are not having issue.
Let me go to Jamaica. Jamaica. There's one big albino artist. I don't know if you guys know him. He's really big. Nobody's saying because he's an albino, he's not performing. Yes, he's really big. Albino, but I'll talk about that some other time. Well, still home. Now let's still be home and continue with what we are doing, Showbiz Daily. And there is one area that I want to also go back to Chemo for, because Chemo was telling me over the weekend he invested in TV, and after the investment he realized that radio and TV they are really dying indeed. Remember some days ago we had a discussion here about NIT FM and their pundits talking about the fact that they will not play Shatta Wale's song on Sammy Flex TV. I think we've discussed it on two different platforms, Sammy Flex Speaks and Showbiz Daily. We discussed it as well, and the report came out that, well, their decision 2024 and blah blah blah, they don't know what is happening. Today we woke up to videos circulating online that, oh, today they are saying they gave Shatta Wale a ban for 1 year, and now the 1 year has elapsed. So if the 1 year has elapsed, it means they have taken off the ban. And Shatta Wale, I left it ban. Now they've lifted the ban on Shatta Wale. So Ola Michael and his team were seen playing Shatta Wale's Blessing featuring Amrado in their studio, and this has also started generating more conversations that, what happened? Even before Ola played it, Ola said some things, and I'm sure we would want to watch that so that we come into continue. He talked about the fact that as a radio station, they don't need the artist. It is the artist that needs them. And again, it is not as if someone is telling them to forgive Shatta, but they think, yeah, what at all? They placed the ban on him for 1 year. The year has elapsed, so they want to forget it. And again, whether Shatta needs them or not, they would still want to play it. And these are things that has been discussed ever since their issue came up. You go watch the video when I come back. We'll continue with the conversation.
And I just somewhere releasing I said that about a cut album, so there be what boss to say, oh, here read you. It's here, it's no, yeah, my left band, by me, Panama Bompa,
Ban left.
Me Panama Bompa, I know you don't need it. You don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah, Panama Bompa, I'm a lone soldier, me, Facebook. I said, I'm not the corner who whatever, and then they were recording. I said, really, I heard the farmer brow. That was the first time I heard, but I'm in to. You see, I hear boys say, and I said, you go simple. And they see, I'm squad is in my beat room. Why? Because they think I've been enjoying this song. The more no feel crowded.
But this song is nice.
Me. This is my first time playing it. You see, when I decided, said from now I'll be playing his songs every now and then I went to find the album, and I'm listening to him watching now. I can understand why it is not going far. I can understand, but this particular song seems to stand out. Kakrana Bakubi, 2 songs that standing out on the album for me. Apart from that, the Akana this is promotion man. Also, this is radio.
Well, so that was it. And Ola Michael says to them, they've lifted the ban. So I'm sure now he wants to say they would play Shatta Wale's song. Now, ever since this video dropped online, conversations, what happened? Why won't you continue? Okay, some are also saying, oh, this is good. You're all looking for that togetherness in the industry. You all want to come together and make some of these things happen. I said, well, let me ask Chemos, let me pick his thoughts on what he thinks might be happening in that particular situation. Yes, Chemo, what are your thoughts on Neat FM and Ola Michael now coming to say, oh, now they play Shatta Wale's songs?
Good for them. I mean, it's
good for them.
It's good, but it's only good for them. Not anybody else. It's good for them because there are some people who like to listen to Shatta Wale's song.
Yeah.
And if those people are listening or watching your videos, obviously they will be happy if you play Shatta Wale's song.
Okay.
And when they are watching or listening to Shatta Wale's song on your platform, you are having the advantage, not Shatta Wale. Because those people can get Shatta Wale's song in another form,
another platform,
another platform.
Yeah.
So no matter how you want to put it, it is only beneficial to the radio station. In fact, radio stations or TV stations pay artists for playing their songs. So I'm surprised that anybody at all, anybody in the business will say that musicians need the radio station, but not the radio station.
Oh, okay. So you have answered that question of when he said it was the radio station. The artist rather need the radio station. And say you pay me.
Yes, you pay for playing their songs.
Okay.
So
then how about an argument that how about those who also pay payola to the radio stations also play?
Yes. So those people need the radio station, and those people they are. I don't want to say they are.
They are few.
They are nobody in the space. That's the right word, but not in a bad sense. In the sense that they don't make anything.
Yeah, they've not gotten to that level where they can command.
Exactly. When they get to that level, they will tell you they don't need radio stations. That's how it is. And the radio station, the same way, when they are coming up, they open their doors for anybody. But the radio station will get to a point. Then people should have to beg them before they put them on. The same way they will beg some people to put them on. In fact, when you go outside, the big guys, when you call them for an interview, most of them, they pay them.
Yeah.
You pay them to interview them. And when they want to come on your platform, you are really happy because at that time you don't pay them and you get the eyeballs. It's two ways. Either they will volunteer to come there themselves or you will pay them to come and talk. That's how it works outside.
Okay.
And the same thing is coming here because we have so many platforms that you can get the information or entertainment from. So if you also have a platform and you are not doing your things right so that people will patronize your platform, you are the one losing.
Yeah.
And this is a typical example of it. I mean, if you don't play anything Shatta Wale, but you have fans or you have audience who may want to listen to Shatta Wale's song or even Shatta Wale's news, you are losing them. And the only way the radio station make money is when they have more listenership, so that advertisers will also come on the platform to advertise their product.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for those who sometimes take a decision like that, most of them, they are not decision makers. As in business decision makers. Whatever that they say or whatever that they do, it has nothing to do with the money that they get on the platform. Whether he plays Shatta Wale's song or not, he will be paid at the end of the month. But if no advertisers come there, the owner of the radio station will suffer. That's it. So for me, it is good that he is taking a decision like this because the fans of Shatta Wale who wants to listen to Ola Michael on NIT FM will also have the opportunity to listen to the person that they love.
Okay.
But I don't see the advantage that Shatta Wale is going to get here. Shatta Wale's song is already out. Shatta Wale's song, you have seen it. Ola, in his submission, said that he only saw something about Shatta Wale's album when on Facebook when they were recording it. And yes, that's how everybody sees it, not only you. In fact, they didn't hear the Shatta Wale song on radio first.
Yeah.
They saw it online. They saw it on Facebook. They saw it on they listened to it on Spotify. They saw it on YouTube. They never, I mean, I can argue that most of the people heard the song first time on social media, and not on radio or TV. So don't deceive yourself by saying that this is the first time that you are playing it and you didn't pay attention because even at the time you saw just a little of it on Facebook. Yes, everybody saw a little bit on it on Facebook before they will search for the song wherever platform that will be they have access to. So for me, the only good side of it is that it will help the platform. And it is a business that it employs a lot of people. Yeah. So if the business will grow, they will make money, and those there will be happy. So for me, it is good for the platform. But as you said, I invested in a television, new one, a big one, and
investor.
Yes, and this one is a smart TV. And because of that, like the way I was so hesitant to even connect to the
YouTube and
normal TV, it was crazy. It's only because of my wife that we will connect to the normal free-to-air TV because there's Amazon there. There's YouTube Premium there. There's Netflix there. Everything. So what am I going to watch on TV if I can get the same thing on YouTube? So it's rather you invest on a digital platform than to go for the traditional media as we have it. So I will tell Ola that I think he should calm down on this thing. And yes, kudos to him for lifting the ban. But it is not for Shatta Wale. It is for himself and the platform that they have.
Well, I know when it comes to lifting bans for Shatta Wale, this might not be the very first time because they have been lifting, and when they lift, he even composes songs out of the lifting. Well, when you also saw it, Kwesiama shared it on one of our pages. When you also saw it, what came to mind?
I laughed.
You laughed?
Oh yeah, I did. I did because this particular fight is a funny one.
Okay.
Yes, it's a funny one, especially when you look at where it is coming from.
Okay.
You see, nobody is currently downplaying the essence or the importance of traditional media in our space. No, nobody is saying, because worldwide we have traditional media platforms. In fact, ones that are even way older than the ones that we even have in this country.
Okay.
Our people go there, and still people would want to be on those platforms. We understand. But you see, the other side is that we should also acknowledge the existence of certain platforms that probably are also way bigger than some of the traditional media platforms that we even have in this country.
Okay.
You understand? We should also acknowledge the fact that things have changed, or times have changed.
Okay.
And certain things are in vogue. I tell people that gone were the days when social media was complementing traditional media.
Okay.
But now, traditional media is complementing social media. And the only power traditional media...
Is it not the same thing? Oh.
No. Social media was rather complementing traditional media. You have a traditional media platform. The social media platform was a bonus. But now, if you have a social media platform, big and active, your traditional media is just a bonus.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That is the argument. So my own is that in this day and age, when the only power traditional media holds is validation, and even that form of validation, it is not everybody that needs that form of validation.
Okay.
You see, the people that are coming, the people that have not built a certain status in the society, they need those form of validation.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell me that in 2024, Shatta, Wale, Sarkodie, Daddy Lumba, these people need validation? From who? From who? You understand? Looking at the level of work and input they've had in this space, you want to tell me that you ban an artist of that caliber and you even expect it to have an effect?
Yeah.
You see, he was referring to the fact that, okay, he chanced on a certain information online, and the information is saying, oh, Shatta Wale's songs is not being played on radio. It's not being played on radio. You see, what he's also forgetting is that that information that he saw, because he did not do his due diligence, he forgot or he missed the fact that even that information was a personal opinion of somebody.
And he saw it online too.
And he saw it.
Hear it on radio.
No.
No.
He saw it online. You see, if whatever, it is within his own right to say whether he is banning the artist or not. It is your platform. Shatta Wale is not buying electricity for Despite Media. He is not fueling the generators of Despite Media. He's not paying anybody in Despite Media. You see, he's not doing it. So it is within your own right to say, I will play this person's song or I will not play that. But let's look at the effect of it or the aftermath of whatever you're doing. If at the end of the day, when Ola Michael said in 2013 that he's not going to play Shatta Wale's song, and today in 2023,
yeah.
and today in 2024, he's saying he's lifted the ban, I was expecting for him to give me some wild data.
But that's one of the data.
Which is?
He said that Shatta Wale's songs are not being played on radio.
You see?
According to something he saw.
Let's do a survey. Pick 20 artists in a space and ask them. The last time I checked Shatta Wale's Safa on Audio Mac alone, he has over 21 million.
I see. Plays.
Over 21 million. Let's pick 20 artists and ask them, for your song to be played on radio, and it's not for it to be for your song to be played on radio, and depend on Gambro royalties, and 21 million streams on DSPs. Which one do you like in 2024? And let's see The last time I raised Gambro and radio, you guys shut me down. So I'll give them the benefit. Playing your song on radio, depending on Gambro royalties, and getting 21 million streams on a single platform of your song. Which one would you choose? And you will be amazed. One here, but the people that would choose the traditional media platforms,
No one will.
and the crowd, they will do it with hard conditions. They will do it with hard conditions. Ola Michael and his research team, if they would want to play this card, unless me, I see this as tickling yourself and just laugh, like saying something to let you feel cool, normal.
Okay.
Yeah. They should do a wild research. Like I said, the survey that I just threw now, they should do this particular survey. And they will be amazed. The people that are requesting for you to play Shatta Wale songs on your platform, it is because they want to remain on your platform.
Yeah.
See, you are playing, whether you are playing Shatta Wale songs or not, they are still there. And they are still getting it wherever they want to get it. You are giving them, you are serving them a certain content which they like. But trust you me, after listening, they will not stay because they would have to go and listen to Shatta Wale's song. And that they will have to tune off and go and listen to it elsewhere. So if you should play it during the time you are serving them that your content, it is bonus for you because at the end of the day, you are able to keep them on your platform for a long time. And it is enough leverage for you to use to get sponsorship to sustain your platform. So let's not kid ourselves.
Okay.
If an artist has been banned for 1 year, still remains very essential and one of the top most sought after artists in our space. Then that's a kind. Father, if this is poverty, then bless me with poverty.
Well, if this is banning, I'm sure that's what Roland wants to say. If really this the impact, or this is the impact of banning,
then every artist should pay for it.
Ban me some more. Well,
but interestingly, when they were doing their banning in 2023, he said that he has Sammy Flex TV. They can go and play it there. It's an interesting one. You just think about it. When you watch the video,
he said he has Sammy Flex TV.
Okay, said Sammy Flex TV is there.
Well, I had a body beer. Every day, Shatta Wale stories here. And that one is confirmed. Well, in wrapping up, I've seen something online. And I want you guys to advise me on what to do. In Ghana, not long ago, one Catholic priest, during his preaching or during his sermon, sang a song from a secular musician called King Paluta. And in the song, he was praising God because the song was about Thanksgiving, Asida. After the video had gone viral, later we saw in a presser that the priest has been called to apologize for desecrating the holy temple with that song. Yesterday, I think whilst I was about sleeping, then I came across another post from Nigeria. And it came from CKay Gossip. I'm sure one of the platforms in Nigeria. And in this, a Catholic priest was singing CKay's Love Wantintin. And the page writes, Catholic priest sings CKay's Love Wantintin on the altar while teaching husbands how to be romantic to their wives. Yes, the Catholic priest was teaching them how to be romantic to their wives. And the man of God was singing CKay Wantintin. And I want you to watch it. Now, when we come back, I'm going to ask my people, should I write to the priesthood that the apology that was forced on our man here in Nigeria, we've got the same crime in Nigeria. In fact, I know this man, nothing do him. Because if something do him, like the comment section, I read comments, like someone would have put it there. It means, oh yeah, he sang it, people loved it, and that's it. But here in Ghana, something do him, man. I'm not even sure of his position yet. Whether his position is still valid, is still solid, whether he's still occupying his seat, or maybe someone has even taken it from him. I'm not too sure yet. But then you might not have seen it. Let's go watch it. I'll be right back.
Look at your wife one day, call her, honey, sit down. Let me sing for you. My baby, my Valentine, I swear. Can you then making my temperature they rise? If you leave me, I go die. Child. You want the oxygen I need to survive, I'll be honest. Your loving day, torturing me, I am so obsessed. I want to chop your nkwabi kule. When was the last time you did it? Sing for them, and she will just stop. When was it? From that moment, all the wrinkles on her face will disappear. All the unyamani, you see all those wrinkles, those lines on her face, all of them will just disappear. She'll just become a little baby again. When was it? Try it. Mercy can be demonstrated in different ways. I learned them today. Thank you.
Well, so details about the man of God are not really clear like that, as in his name in the church, but of course you can see from how he's dressed that he's really a Catholic priest. And here in Ghana, the other time, the man was even singing about Thanksgiving. That is Thanksgiving. This one was thinking about love. Baby, and I'm asking, what is happening to the priesthood? We need to start this campaign because this is a discrimination against Ghanaian priests. I am going to lead this campaign if nobody leads it. The man of God, I have to look for him. We are going to write to the diocesan or whatever, Catholic diocesan or whatever. We're going to write to them. They need to let this man apologize with immediate effect. Ro, we are close in 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes.
You know what I like about the man of God's presentation is the thank you at the end.
That's what we.
Thank you.
Done.
Like, this is the gospel according to the man of God. He's done. Gospel means good news.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate that different jurisdictions interpret like things differently. And that is the situation I'm seeing here.
Okay.
There are certain things, it is the same Christians. You know, the last time I read a survey that says the country with the most churches, I think it's America. And
wow.
You should see, and with the most Christians too as well.
Wow.
And you should see the number of churches they have. But in terms of some of the technical things the Bible speaks against, the hard ones, it is there too that we can find it.
Of course. Of course. So.
But meanwhile, in other jurisdictions, some of these codes, principles, and ethics are being kept hard. There are some churches that do not wear footwears even in their place of worship. They observe certain days as Sabbath. They have different interpretations, even to the way they relate to each other. The last time, is it the Jehovah's Witness people wrote a letter to the EC telling them to postpone the election day. It falls on a Sabbath. So, you see, that is the situation I'm seeing here. Different interpretations in different jurisdictions because of the understanding that probably that jurisdiction have in connection with the Christianity or in whatever how they would want to interpret the action. Here, people will call it hypocrisy. You are even calling it discrimination.
High level of discrimination. High level of discrimination.
Me, I would just say it is unfortunate.
Okay.
It is unfortunate, and would I blame the bodies, like the top bodies that made the man apologize here? I wouldn't blame them that much. Because I'm sure if they had also found themselves in a different jurisdiction, perhaps they would also have reacted differently.
Okay.
Maybe the ones in Nigeria have a different understanding of the context in which the man was using those words. Okay. Because even if you have to compare the two songs, this one that the man sing, there's I want to chop your, there's a Nigerian word there. If you go and find the meaning, it is hard.
I see.
It is hard. So it is unfortunate that this man has been used because of where he's coming from, and perhaps the kind of backing he has. That is why he's been made to apologize. This one there. It says free now say demonstration free the citizens. Now I say 1 week. The other guys that also did it, at the calculator.
Well, about the demonstration, I hear some people have been giving about
granted bail
70,000 bail. That is the lawyer among governor and some few people, and the rest they are still there. You know, I hear about 53 or so people were arrested. No jokes to that. Well, the priest agenda is still on. Chamo, help me to write this letter.
The word is unfair.
The word is unfair.
You can sing romantic song
Hey.
at the church, nothing will happen to you. But you can praise God and you'll be punished.
Hey. Hey.
But
Ghana.
Oh yeah, but
So Shatta always say Ghana. Ghana.
But I think the difference is the different jurisdictions. I mean, I think Nigerian, maybe the priesthood there or whoever is in charge there don't see anything serious about
with this. Okay.
Yes, they don't really see it like that. But the Ghanaians in this case, no.
They see everything wrong.
They see everything wrong with you singing somebody that they consider as a secular musician song at church or in church. So for me, I think the difference is just the different places and the way they see things or believe, how they practice their belief. So it's not a big deal here. I mean, the Nigerian system in this case is more, I mean, how do I say it? It's more loose in terms of
liberal.
Maybe how they want to practice their Catholicism or whatever that you will call it. And then the Ghanaians, they are not so forgiving like that. They don't want to hear anything secular in the church. And yeah, I remember on that topic, I said that yes, if that's how they operate, why not? You should just follow their thing. But you go and look at this one and you go like, hey, then you guys should consider things. I mean, Ghana and Nigeria, we are not so different.
No.
So why? What is happening here?
Yes.
And I think maybe going forward, the Ghanaians and those in charge here in Ghana will think about it, the way that they do things. I think what the action that they took Andrew Rome. Roma, by all means, this one too, something will happen. Because they will try to use the same rules or regulations or whatever to judge it. But it's just within Ghana and how they want to operate. And the other one is Nigeria and how they want to operate. So it's because of different jurisdictions. That's why we are seeing things like that. But I like it. It's interesting.
Okay.
Look at how easy or how no one is really making a big deal out of it. Yes, but in our case, even when it is a praising song to God that they serve, you can still be punished. Yes.
Ghana. Well, let's end it here. We still have some more to talk about, but it will be tomorrow when we sit. Some stories happened over the weekend, and on this platform we should be meeting to discuss them. On this note, let me thank you for your time with us here on Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to Roland Amate and Intim Dodu Solomon, and to the producers of the show, Buju Lens, as well as Theophilus Digosh. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll surely see you in our next episode. But remember to subscribe to us, and let's read some of your comments. Share with others as well. And on this note, guys, let's say cheers. Cheers. We see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.